They take things, something as simple as a piece of wood, and they turn it into something so much more. They bring to life these stories and things that may have been forgotten to something that can be remembered forever.
My name is Rebekah Hughes.
My name is Devin Yates.
We're getting married on September 6, 2020. As soon as we heard about this company, it was a no-brainer from there. Devin always joked that if I was going to get diamonds, he wanted diamonds too, and he was only half joking because I knew we needed something unique for him. It wasn't necessarily diamonds, but it had to be something different, something special. The hardest part was going to be trying to get everything he wanted into one ring.
The material for my ring, that was an easy choice. I chose the material based off of things that I enjoy in my life, but also experiences from my life. I chose the whiskey barrel because I am an avid whiskey collector. I chose the brass because the brass represents the material that each bullet is made from. And when I thought about the brass, I thought about the different memorial services, the different 21 gun salutes that I have experienced or been a part of in my military career, but also outside of my military career. And that's why I chose the brass. I wanted something a little bit more personal in the center. So I chose my uniform that I had been injured in, that I had gotten back, that still had some blood stain, blood tinge to it. And every time that I look down and see that, it'll be a reminder of the sacrifices that I've made, but also the sacrifices that my buddies have made. I chose the M1 Grand because, one, it represents a weapon that was used in World War II, but also it signifies the military and it signifies something greater. The Purple Heart, that to me was a must. I never knew what Purple Heart wood was until just recently, and a friend of mine introduced me to it, and I saw the wood and just the sheer beauty of it, but then like what the Purple Heart stands for. Having received multiple Purple Hearts throughout my career, I wanted that to also be a part of the ring so that I could always remember, again, the sacrifices, not only that I've made, but my buddies have made, and even people that I don't know have made for our country, and I think that it goes unnoticed sometimes, the sacrifices that people do make, and not necessarily from an injury standpoint, just in general, time being away from your family, time being away from the ones that you love, and being secluded and isolated, and those are the materials that I chose, and that's why.
I was just so excited when we left that day after designing it because it was just so Devin and it was so perfect. And that ring is a symbol of our love, but it's also a lot more than that because it's a symbol of everything that's made him into the person that he is today and the man that I fell in love with and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with and start a family with. And
easy.
So it's
You owe me a honeymoon first.
That's fair, that's fair. You ready to see your ring?
I am.
All right.
Are you gonna cry? Oh. Wow. It's almost too pretty to wear.
Oh no! We don't make ugly rings.
That's fair.
It turned out so well.
It did turn out really well. You get the camouflage, but you get the redness from the... Wow.
Do you like the brass with it?
I do. I love the brass, yeah. I think that it is a great contrast. You get the dark, the light, it's a lot more beautiful than I expected it to be. Not that I didn't expect it to be beautiful, but you just...
The purple heartwood in the middle
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
I want to put it on, but I don't want to put it on.
Well, you can't put it on
You
yet.
can't put it
that's
on yet. 8
what I'm
days you
saying.
can put it on.
8 days.
You wouldn't let me put mine on.
It's fair.
I think we've told everyone about the ring. I mean, he's been so excited about it, and he's been, the second we left, he was calling people and so excited to share it and what it means, and it's going to mean so much more after September 6th when you get to wear it and people say, hey, that's a really unique ring, what does that mean? And it just kind of opens up this whole, they're probably not going to expect the whole answer that they're going to get, and having his uniform in the middle, that was that final injury that ended him up in a coma for 39 days and in recovery for 2 years, and relearning how to walk, relearning how to write, and now, and he came through it, and you would never know.
I think it's hard to put into words the emotions that I feel when I see the ring. It's hard because the ring is me, but there's so much more behind the ring than that. It's hard to understand unless you've been there, what it's like to bury a friend, to bury a brother, to bury a comrade, and when you look down and you see the bloodstained uniform, it could have easily been me. I could have easily been that person. And I was fortunate enough to come back. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to marry the love of my life. And so many haven't. And I think that's what I see, and that's what I look at whenever I see the ring.
There's been people him working in the neurosurgery ICU and him having been a patient on that side, that he can share his story with either the patients or with the families who are struggling and having a hard time seeing past that ICU bed and that phase in their life. And he's like, hey, I was there. Sometimes people just need that hope in the hospital, and so there's definitely been a few families that have appreciated having someone working with them as part of their medical team who has been there and has recovered and knows how hard it is. And that's just a piece of the struggle, but that there is that light on the end of the tunnel.
There are a lot of veterans that have been injured, or they've gone into the military and they've gotten out and they don't necessarily find their way. It's important for me to be able to tell my story so that maybe somebody looking back on my story can see that there is a glimmer of hope. Everything in this ring embodies that for me. I just want to say thank you. I am overwhelmed at the sheer beauty of the ring, but I'm thankful that I get to wear it, I get to be a part of it, and that I'm glad that you guys got to be a part of making it, and I really appreciate it.